Every month, Boss Hogg leaves the Hazzard County Courthouse and he heads down to his bank, because every month everybody's due to pay for their mortgage payment. And if you don't find Boss Hogg here at the Hazzard County Courthouse or at the bank, you'll have to find Boss Hogg foreclosing on some poor widow from her mortgage. Why, Bo, Luke, and Daisy and Uncle Jessie decide to go for a family gathering.
On star belt buckles and old faded Levi's, each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him, and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Tell them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Make them be doctors and lawyers and such. But mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. What? They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings. Little warm puppies, children and girls of the night.
You bet.
Them that don't know him won't like him. Them that do sometimes won't know how to take it. He ain't wrong, he's just different, and his pride won't let him. Things that make you think he's right when he's not. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. At home and they're always alone, even with someone they love.
Well, Bo, Luke, Daisy, and Uncle Jessie returned from their family gathering. Boys, oh boys, is their day cut out for them. Uncle Jessie got to make a beeline to Boss Hogg's bank to make his mortgage payment. Last time when Uncle Jessie was late, he had to pay a $50 recovery charge, and boys, oh boys, did Uncle Jessie take great exception to that. Bo and Luke insist on Uncle Jessie that he goes with them, but the general, to go pay the mortgage payment on the farm, because the last thing that they want is Uncle Jessie to be late, because there's two things that can happen. Uncle Jessie pays a $50 late fee, or they forfeit the farm. And let's just say the Duke farm been in the Duke family heritage for over 4 generations. Some things in Hazzard just don't change. Boys, I wonder if Bo and Luke and Uncle Jessie are safe in that car. Cooter just arrived back at his garage, towing the General Lee back from that wreck. Cooter just told the boys it's going to take some long time to get the General up and running again. The General Lee is not exactly in any kind of condition to be out running the roads. Cooter suggested you're looking at about $2,000 just to fix the repair on the General Lee, because the oil pan cracked, transmission just died, and the General Lee has a serious brake line issues within that car crash it just sustained. Why, old sweet cousin Daisy decided to come by and pick up Bo and Luke to take them back home, because the General Lee is not exactly in any kind of condition to be driving the roads. Why, dang it, Bo and Luke got the bad news from Cooter. The General ain't going to be ready for a good week and a half. Because when they rolled the General Lee over in that car accident, let's just say the oil pan cracked, so did the radiator, and so did the transmission. Some things here in Hazzard don't go good for Bo and Luke. Like I said before, if Bo and Luke didn't have any good luck, they have no luck at all.
Ah! 3 o'clock! It's 3 o'clock, Laverne! Close them doors tight and lock them up good. The bank is closed. And Jessie
Boss Hogg typed up Uncle Jesse's eviction notice to have Uncle Jesse, Bo, Luke, and Daisy evicted from their property that they owned and their property for over 4 generations. Some things just makes you wonder why. You know, the harder you work for your stuff, and as fast as you worked hard for it, the government takes it away on you in the blink of an eye. Why Roscoe stopped by. Roscoe stopped by because Boss Hogg sent him to the Duke farm to give Bo, Luke, and Uncle Jesse and Davy their eviction notice to evacuate from the Duke farm because when Bo and Luke failed to make the payment is when they drove Uncle Jesse to the bank when they got in this car accident which delayed Bo and Luke from having Uncle Jesse make that payment. Boss Hogg refused to give Uncle Jesse a late $50 fee payment and decided to foreclose on the Duke farm.
Bo, our uncle is just a little too old to be starting over. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, he spent the best years of his life taking care of us in this house. Best years of our lives, most likely. Yeah. Well, remember when I busted my best Louisville slugger taking a swipe at you right there?
Yeah, I do, but remember? It wasn't the bat that broke the wall, it was my head. I ducked out of the way and tipped that thing right
You're
there.
right.
You had quite a temper on you, Luke Duke, when you was little.
Shoot. Well, Uncle Jesse took care of that damn quick. I ate more meals off of that mantelpiece.
Say, Luke, you remember when we were playing a Little League game and we didn't do too good? He'd take us out there and sit us on his knee on that swing.
Tell us that it didn't matter none, because we was his boys, and he loved us. Luke, our Uncle Jesse has taken care of us all our lives. It's time for us to take care of him. If it's the last thing we do, we got to get him his house back.
Old Terrence decided to settle the approach by going into the Hazzard County Courthouse and talking to Boss Hogg himself, and admit that he and Bo and Luke had a fair, square accident that wasn't meant to be, and he's here to settle the score, as he's going to here to tell Boss Hogg he's going to pay the damage that he caused to the General Lee so Bo and Luke can get on with their everyday business, and he's here to settle the score before the courts as necessary to let them know that it was an honest accident, and because of that, Uncle Jesse and the Dukes are entitled to their farm. So old Terrence decided to settle the approach the legal way. It's either you be upfront and honest and square as Terrence is, that he admits that he caused the accident between Bo and Luke and Uncle Jesse to be late for the mortgage payment, or he can go before the courts, show his evidence before the courts, and sue Hazzard County and J.D. Hogg as they had done wrong to Uncle Jesse and Bo and Luke. Now, because of old Terrence's testimony that he went before Boss Hogg and explained everything and made threats of going before the courts, Boss Hogg decided to do what was right. Award Uncle Jesse his farm back and accept his mortgage payment, restore things the way they were, and let things be the way they are as Terrence agreed to pay for the damages to the General Lee. But anyways, folks, let's go to the boar's nest. Anyways, you realize all this happened because Bo, Luke, and Uncle Jesse want to head out and have a family gathering? Ain't you glad that we don't live in a city where things get complicated? I tell ya, only in Hazzard. Anyways, folks, Johnny Paycheck stopped by the divorce nest to put on a show. Anyways, folks, let's go on in and take a look.
Ain't working here no more. The woman done left and took all the reason I was working for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. I've been working this factory for now 15 years. All this time I watched my woman drowning in a pool of tears. And I've seen a lot of good folk die, had a lot of bills to pay. I'd give the shirt right off of my back if I had the guts to say, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman done left and took all the reason I was working for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Well, that foreman, he's a regular dog. The line boss, he's a fool. Got a brand new flat top haircut. Lord thinks he's cool. One of these days I'm gonna blow my top, and that sucker, he's gonna pay. Lord, I can't wait to see their faces when I get the nerve to say, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman done left, took all the reason I was working for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Take this job and shove it.
Just a minute, I gotta talk to you, Johnny. Now listen, I like your singing a lot, you know, and that's a mighty pretty tune there, but let me ask you, are those the real words to that song?
Oh, them's exact words. Something wrong with them?
Yeah, kind of, I didn't like it none. Ain't it un-American?
American? Well, let me tell you something. See these guys over here? I'm like them. I've always been against the establishment.
Well, look, I was going to tear up your speeding ticket here, but now I think I'm going to have the sheriff write you another ticket for inciting to riot and disturbing the status quo.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go ahead and do that. And then I'll sing a little song and tell you what you can do with both them tickets. How's that?
All right, please, no. You're a free man. You can go.